today's video, we'll be doing a deep dive into one of the messiest love triangles reality TV has ever seen. But before we jump into it, don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of munchies for you to enjoy, like Western barbecue bacon jerky, blue raspberry licorice, and butter toffee peanuts. To give you some better insight into the situation, we have to take you back to January 6, 1969, when Peter Panky was born in the Bronx.
Panky? Like hanky-panky?
He told Everything Urban website that he comes from a family of atheists. He said,
I know I did some terrible things that I'm not proud of, but I don't need God to tell me to do the right thing.
In an interview with Hello Beautiful website, Peter stated his father always had multiple girlfriends, and this led him to believe that juggling different relationships was the norm. As a child, he watched his 3 older brothers and his cousins abuse substances, and he was embarrassed by their struggles. He said,
It ravished my family. Watching what my family went through, especially my mother, and watching her get heartbroken, it was a bad, rough time.
Eventually, because he was so broke, he attempted to sell substances, but ultimately felt guilty about getting involved in that lifestyle. Instead, he sold firearms to make a living.
Oh yeah, because that's a better idea.
He started rapping at the age of 12, and when he was 17, he got a girl pregnant. His son Corey, who now raps under the name Peter Gunz, was born in June 1987. Corey's mother was pretty much out of the picture, so Peter's mother helped raise him. From there, Peter conceived a daughter named Whitney with another woman. Under the rap moniker Peter Gunz, he and his groupmate Lord Tariq used a sample of Steely Dan's song Black Cow to create the 1997 platinum-selling, Grammy-nominated song Deja Vu, Uptown.
But if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably never would be going on. So tell me where you from. Uptown, baby. Uptown, baby. We gets down, baby. Up for the crown, baby.
Peter told Vlad TV that as the song gained momentum, a bidding war between record labels ensued. Ultimately, the Bronx rap duo signed with Columbia Records for nearly $1 million. Eventually, Steely Dan came knocking.
Lord, here we go. Here we go.
Because Peter and Lord Tariq hadn't cleared the sample, Steely Dan wanted them to pay up expeditiously. In the end, they had to give Steely Dan 100% of the song's publishing, as well as $115,000 in cash. So whenever the song is streamed, purchased, or used in any capacity, every single penny goes straight to Steely Dan's pockets.
Yeah, that's what they asses get.
Although Peter and Lord Tariq got screwed in the deal, they figured they would just make another hit and recoup all the money they had lost. They dropped their debut studio album, Make It Rain, in June 1998. Although the album peaked at number 8 on the Billboard charts, it wasn't nearly as successful as Deja Vu. Peter told Vlad TV that they thought their fans would support the album no matter what, but they waited too long to release it after Deja Vu, and the hype had died down by that point. So their plan to put out new music and make back the money they had to give to Steely Dan was unsuccessful. Their label turned its back on them, and instead of regrouping and coming up with a plan B, Peter and Lord Tariq gave everyone the middle finger and walked away from the music industry in 1999. From there, Peter welcomed 2 more children, Brandon and Kennedy, making him a father of 4 children by 4 women. In the year 2000, a grad student named Tara Wallace was working at a music store in New York. Peter visited the store and immediately liked what he saw. But instead of talking to Tara directly, he had one of his homeboys give Tara his number.
What in the junior high is going on here?
At the time, she had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and she was busy in school, so she wasn't interested in a relationship. But while cleaning out her purse one day, she stumbled across Peter's number and decided to call him.
If I could turn back time. Y'all so messy.
At first, she didn't take him seriously. He was fun to hang out with, and he always made her laugh. Tara told Vlad TV that in the beginning, Peter appeared to be financially stable. Although she had a job, he was still emotionally and financially helpful to her. She told Vlad TV that it wasn't until 9 months after they met that he told her he had 4 children. But there was a lot going on behind the scenes that she was unaware of. The Mississippi native told The Breakfast Club that at some point she found out that Peter was involved with someone else. Tara added, I did speak to this young lady at some point, and I was like, listen, we're just friends. I don't know what to tell you.
So you just like being in messy love triangles, is that what you're saying?
He said that he was with somebody when he got with you, And you were the original side piece.
He said that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this is part of Peter's continuous cycle. We have all overlapped in some way, not knowing that we were overlapping.
But by that point, Tara and Peter's relationship had evolved into friends with benefits. Peter kept the other women around as he continued seeing Tara.
As years progressed, this young lady moved to another state, and he and I, at that moment, began to really we became closer at that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Tara, in 2005, which was 5 years after she and Peter first met, Peter secretly welcomed his 5th child named Phoenix with another woman. Tara didn't find out about the baby until she found out she was pregnant with her first baby. Tara left him, but for the sake of their family, she gave him another chance. She gave birth to his 6th child, Jameson, in October 2007.
This ninja got more seed than the feed and seed store. Do you hear me?
During an Instagram live session, she stated that after giving birth, she finally realized the implications of being with a man who had multiple children. She said Peter had so many responsibilities that she had to make peace with the fact that he was only one person who could handle so much.
Ain't that the truth? Now, ask me why these ninjas don't realize this when they out here making all these damn babies.
According to Tara, Peter is a fantastic father, and he always makes sure his children and their mothers are financially taken care of. None of the mothers have ever gone to court to request child support because he always does whatever he needs to do to make sure every household has everything they need. Tara told Vlad TV he has a relationship with all of his children, and they know how he is. If he has it financially, then everyone has it. And if he's not giving, they just know the money is not coming in. Meanwhile, Amina Buddafly grew up in Germany with a German mother and an African father. She told VH1 that her parents were together, but they never got married. Amina, her twin sister Jazz, and their older sister Sophie fell in love with 90s R&B, and they decided to form their own group called Choice. They got signed to Germany's RCA record label, but eventually decided to pack up and move to New York to further pursue their dreams. Amina told Flaunt magazine that she and her twin sister were 19 and their older sister was 21 when they touched down in New York. Amina only had $600 to her name and they had nowhere to stay. She said, "We thought we could go to a record label and just knock on the door. It wasn't that easy. We were super naive, but it helped us in a good way because we were fearless."
Fearless and dumb. Fearlessly stupid.
They didn't have enough money to survive, so in the first few months, they were forced to return to Germany. But New York was calling their names, so they always found a way to return to the States. Everyone in Germany called them stupid for bouncing back and forth between the two countries, but the people in New York made them feel wanted, and they knew that was where they belonged. In 2005, they got signed to Def Jam under the name Black Buttafly. Despite collaborating with Fabulous on the song Bad Girl, Amina said they never got the big break they expected. Their older sister left the group in 2006, and the twins moved forward as a duo. Amina's twin ultimately decided to move back to Germany as well, leaving Amina alone in New York. In her memoir, which we've linked in the description box, Amina stated that in the early years of her career, she was a bit too trusting and got herself into many situationships that ended in heartbreak, including one with a guy she referred to as Jay. When things with Jay went belly up, Jay's best friend, Peter Gunz, was there to pick up the pieces.
So Peter started smashing his best friend's ex. He messy as hell.
With no family or a strong support system in America, Amina leaned on Peter, and she began to seek him out for emotional support.
The blind leading the blind, child.
While all that was happening, Tara was at home and oblivious to Peter and Amina's budding romance. It was Tara who actually encouraged Peter to start managing Amina.
And one day, very specifically, I sat him down and I'm like, what stops you from managing her wholeheartedly? Were my exact words. And yeah.
With your silly self. I mean, you try to be mature and you try to be objective and optimistic, but ninjas gonna be ninjas.
Tara gave birth to their second child, Kaz, in January 2012, making Peter a father of 7. He and Tara were dealing with relationship issues, and Peter admitted that Amina became his peace.
Piece of ass. You create the peace. You create peace within yourself, and peace will come out of you, okay? You was around there raising hell and then want to go to somebody else to find your sanctuary of heaven. And furthermore, I thought you didn't even believe in God. What the hell is we talking about?
Without Tara's knowledge, Peter and Amina decided to get married. He told VH1 that he thought getting married on Valentine's Day would be the ultimate slap in the face to Tara, so they waited an extra day and tied the knot at City Hall on February 15, 2013. Peter stated that after the ceremony, Amina went home alone, and he went back home to Tara.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got this straight. You're living with your girlfriend that you have 2 children with. You done knocked her up twice. She has a master's degree, educated. And you run off and marry the side piece. You have enough kindness in your heart not to get married on Valentine's Day, so you wait an extra day and get married the day after Valentine's Day. Leave your new wife and go back to your girlfriend and hide the marriage. Is that right? Is that right?
2 months later, on April 19, 2013, Amina told Peter she had a surprise for him. The surprise was a tattoo. Peter told VH1,
I would never recommend people to get another man or woman's name on their skin. I just feel like nothing's promised. That's the smartest thing this dumb ninja has ever seen. He got that much right.
Meanwhile, Mona Scott Young and the folks over at Love and Hip Hop New York were dealing with low viewership and disinterested fans. Peter was approached to bring his messy love triangle to the reality series. He said that since he was already cheating for free, he might as well bring his philandering to TV and get paid for it. During an episode of Unveiled, Peter said he was apprehensive about appearing on the show because it was inevitable that his marriage to Amina would be revealed. Peter told Amina she needed to abide by 5 rules.
And one of those 5 rules was to never disperse that information that we're married to no one.
The trio debuted on season 4, which premiered in October 2013. Peter became a proud member of the Creep Squad, and his dirty feet continued to bounce back and forth between both women.
Yeah, not the dirty feet. Looking like he just fell out of a coconut tree.
Peter told Bagfuel YouTube channel that everyone else on the show had a fake storyline. So after the cameras turned off, his castmates would go home, pop bottles, and chill. But for him, his storyline was 100% authentic. So even when they wrapped up filming, he still had to deal with all of the drama that was going on in his life.
Drama that you 100% caused, Ninja.
In her memoir, Amina wrote she could sense Peter's anxiety levels rising because he knew his marriage would be exposed at some point. Eventually, Peter came clean and told Tara that he had been smashing Amina. Everything came crashing down during the scene where Tara and Amina met on camera. In her memoir, Amina wrote, Tara completely took control of the conversation, and it felt like she had most definitely rehearsed what she was going to say to me, something I didn't do. I couldn't get a word in, and it felt like I was being talked down to like I'm a piece of shit and not of any value. That's when Amina slammed her ID on the table to reveal that she was Peter's wife, and she was officially Amina Panky. And well, y'all remember what happened next.
I'm his wife. And ain't nothing fake about that.
Yeah. You should have been whooping Peter's ass. She beat the brakes off of her, didn't she?
From there, Amina bought them matching wedding bands. However, behind the scenes, Peter was telling Tara he wanted to work things out and bring their family back together.
Why they letting this washed-up ninja play in their faces like this? I am so confused.
Fans speculated that Amina married Peter to obtain a green card so she could stay in the U.S. However, Peter told VH1 the rumors were false. He said, I didn't get married for no other reason other than I love her. Tara continued entertaining Peter and sitting on that thing whenever she felt like it.
Do you think that Peter's faithful
you better
right
be.
now? Well, I'm here to tell you that he's not.
How do you know?
Because I just sat on it whenever I want.
What in the reckless life decisions is going on here?
She admitted she was still emotionally connected to Peter, and Amina came into their lives during a time when Tara wasn't completely ready to walk away from him. Viewers and some of the trio's Love and Hip Hop castmates were appalled by the way Peter was treating the women in his life.
Our old washed up that be bitches' life up and their reputation.
Listen.
She's a talented ass woman and Tara's a smart ass woman, and you got them looking dumb on TV.
During the season 4 reunion, Amina shocked viewers by revealing her pregnancy. In her memoir, she wrote that Peter told her that he had to go on a business trip just a few days before she went into labor. In reality, Peter took Tara and their children on a family getaway.
This ninja, messy ass, he gonna bust hell wide open, you hear me? With gasoline drawers on.
Amina gave birth to a baby girl named Corey in July 2014. From there, Peter decided to move Tara into the same apartment building that Amina lived in so he could bounce back and forth between both households. After finding out Peter was still blowing Tara's back out, Amina slapped the fire out of him and announced she was expecting another baby as she stormed out of the apartment.
By the way, I'm pregnant.
Not this again. What in the deja vu is going on here?
Amina decided not to keep the baby. In her memoir, she wrote that she sent Peter pictures of the aftermath of terminating her pregnancy, along with a text that read, "I'm not pregnant anymore. Hope you're happy now." Peter responded, "I didn't want you to do that."
I didn't want you to do that. Well, then what the did you think she was going to do?
And then Tara announced she was pregnant, and Amina was devastated. Peter finally decided enough was enough. He got a vasectomy. But little did he know, he had already knocked up Amina again before the procedure was completed.
Not again, exit Black Jesus.
During an interview with Vlad TV, Peter said Amina's pregnancy wasn't planned, and she contemplated having another termination because she was very overwhelmed. However, because Tara was pregnant, Amina decided to keep the baby.
Child, what in the tit for tat on titty milk and breast milk and pregnancies is going on here?
Tara gave birth to her baby Gunnar in February 2016. Amina told Flaunt magazine that while she was pregnant with baby number 2, she packed up and moved to Los Angeles. She said, "So many times I had attempted to leave, and I didn't make it because I fell back in. I realized for myself I really needed to take myself far away. It was a realization, and it was the right thing." Amina gave birth to Peter's 10th child, Bronx, in August 2016. During their time apart, Peter decided to work things out with Tara, and while Amina was visiting him in New York, he told her it was best for them to end their marriage. The threesome made their last appearance as full-time cast members at the end of season 6. Peter admitted that because of his upbringing and how he saw his dad dealing with multiple women, he didn't understand the toxicity of their love triangle until it all played out on TV. Amina filed for divorce after close to 5 years of marriage. She shared an image of the divorce documents in a January 2018 Instagram post. Months later, in September 2018, Peter was on Instagram Live when Amina hopped in the comments to tell his followers that despite their divorce not being finalized, Peter had already moved on with a much younger woman and was apparently engaged.
Now, which one of you dumb bitches is about to marry a man with 10 children?
We're unsure what happened with that relationship. In 2020, Peter became the host of the show Cheaters, and all 3 of them appeared on BET's dating series called After Happily Ever After. They also appeared on VH1 Family Reunion, where Peter admitted he wished he would have married Tara.
Then just shut your ass up. Peter, sit your dumb ass down somewhere. Shut your ass up. She deserves better than your ass.
As of this video, Amina and Tara have ended their feud, and they are happily co-parenting with Peter. Amina told Flaunt magazine, "We're all a blended family now. When I come to New York, we all hang out together at Tara's spot." Looking back at their time on reality TV, the father of 10 said his days of cheating and creeping are finally over. Do you believe him, besties? Let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.